think after God only knows how long I've been doing this that I would be prepared to do this. But I'm not. That's a thing. I'm never prepared. Oh yeah, that's gonna work out real well here. Come on, fingers. Get you to work. I know we're not alive. It's okay. Things happen. Things happen, buddy. Just keep working. That's all you gotta do. It'll make it better. Don't worry. You don't know. But just keep... Yep. 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 Or I can just do that. Hey. And that also should explain why the thumbnail or the tags needed to be changed, because I couldn't exactly start a stream without... Hey, you can't call me a brat. I am more than a brat. I am the king of brats. That's what that is. And I think my camera's like... Meh. It's alright. Hang on, let me see if I can... There. So close. Oh god, moving systems is a pain in the keister. There we go. Alright. So, before I start anything, I should probably ask, there's not anything that's going to get me shut down in this box, is there? Also, you people are crazy. Sending me fan mail. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with all of you? Everything's coming to you. Okay. There we go. I think it's this one. It says fan mail on it, so I'm going to go with that. Alright, guys, from the Eagle to the people, let's play. Well, let's stream opening your fan mail. That's how it goes. Anyway, yeah, we did this last year, right around this time, actually, and I was reminded kindly, thanks to Mama Freb. And I don't know. I know you well enough to know that you might mess with me a little bit. Also, I'm wearing my hat, just so you guys know, because of the fact that I have an incredibly bad hair day. And after spending 16 plus hours in the Vive doing nothing but trying to get records put together for you guys, I didn't really feel like fixing it. So the hat came out. No, the camera didn't freeze. I just wanted to make it feel like that. Alright, guys. So from the Eagle to the people, let's open your fan mail today. How is everybody doing? Okay, well, that makes me feel a little bit better. That's always a good thing. I should really learn to clean my tools once in a while. Oh, wait, I should probably ask, is a knife a bad idea to open this? Or, yeah, we're gonna find out, aren't we? Oh, well, just gonna do it. Better hope there's nothing in there that I can't cut, because that could be a problem. Also, if there's a weird squeaky sound in the background, my dryer's decided that its belt wants some oil on it, and it's kind of like, meh, I'm going to be really, really not loud and squeaky and whatever, and nobody cares. Basically what I boiled down to. Yeah, don't go too deep. Okay. But... yeah, okay, I'll let it go. Excuse me. Alright, so this package is from the Frimpster. She likes to send me stuff. And if you guys ever want to send me fan mail, please just get in contact with myself or Mama Frimp or join the Discord, and you can easily... You took the line right out of my mouth, but I'm the one streaming, and I don't want to be saying all that. But yes, like I said, if you guys ever want to send me something or have some fan mail or even just a letter you would like to send type thing, just let me know. Join the Discord, whatever you... Yeah, you did. But let me know, join the Discord, and we'll work something out, and I'll make sure that you guys can get that sent over. So feel free to do that. Yeah, so this one is from Frimp. And it looks like... Oh, what are you saying? My green screen's bad? Fine. Take that. Take that green screen. There you go. That's a beautiful green screen, isn't it? You can't see me. You can't see me. You can't see me. I got paper. That's useful, though. I actually use it for arts and crafts stuff, so I'll probably be reusing that. Why am I afraid I don't have a spot for this one? That's not fair. That's not fair at all. I happen to be a huge Final Fantasy fan. That's not fair. I don't have a place for him. I'm gonna have to make a place for him. You know how hard that is? Have you seen this room? It is very hard to make room. No, this is cool. This is freaking cool. I don't know what's on the back. Oh! Hold up, hold up, hold up. There's a whole thing on the back. Let me turn my chair around so you guys can kind of hopefully see it. It says, why am I going to turn my chair around when I can just do this? There you go. It's got the whole material layout on it. That's kind of trippy. The material layout, the fusion classes. This is going to be... Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, I'm streaming. This is cool, thank you. I guess I won't be egging this so much. That'll be till after I read it, because I would like to actually read this. This might have a lot of information I could use. Sweep, sword, jump. Fusion and the results. Where did you get this? This is cool. Hey, don't mind us while you sit there and read it. Pretty much is where that was going. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Ooh. There's bubble wrap. Just for all of you people out there. Oh, it comes with the bag. Very nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So good. That's exactly what I was thinking there. That is exactly what I was thinking. God, I'm in too good of a mood. Now that doesn't work well for protection. I thought the top was supposed to, you know, be like covered for protection, not like, hello. You know I'm going to give you a hard time here. This is what I do best. That's how we do what we do. No. Should I pull the next item? Or should I not? We're just gonna mystery pull. Whatever my hand touches is what's coming up. Let's see. You guys can see it first, I think. Just want to make sure I'm facing it the right way. Boom. And I put him upside down. He's clear.
Stupid Fortune says he's not clear, he's not. He's gray. He's gray, he says.
Oh, yeah. Probably. This guy is cool. Well, I know where you got him. It's at Barnes & Noble. That bookstore has some really cool stuff in it, though. I'm actually shocked at how long that bookstore stayed open as well. Yeah, these guys are really quite cool. He's clear. The clearness is throwing me off a bit. Not suitable for children under 36 months. I don't think you should have sent this to me. It It says it's not suitable for children. Next round. Round 2. Open. I did it again! Upside down. Woohoo! Hi, buddy. You're so pretty. Vinyl figure tuxedo. Jesus. You know, one day, there's going to be an Eagle pop. One day. But until then, I'm just going to have to claim the Joker pop. Oh boy. Of course I need adult supervision. What makes you think I don't? Oh, and guys, before I get too far in there, that is not the only one I've received. I've gotten this one too. Which, by the way, if you don't know, and I am well versed enough to be okay with stating the fact that I happen to love Tinkerbell. My favorite friggin' Disney character. One of them, anyway. I happen to like a lot of them. Like Anna from Frozen is like another one of my like top favorite type things. But yes, this is one of my favorite ones. She hangs out with me all the time. Every stream, she's right here. Just off to my left. I don't have her in camera. I probably should remedy that, but she's pretty close to me. I'm okay with that. Or just knock everything over, that works too. And if you're curious as to what I'm putting that on, it's actually my old computer shell. I ripped that apart and decided to use it as a shelving system, so that's why that's over there. Anyway, next up. So, you think I can do it again? Yeah, I can do it again. Hey, who's this one? Phoebe Buffet? Oh, Phoebe! Is that really how you spell her name? It's Lisa Kudrow. Oh my god, Lisa Kudrow is a fucking fun. Look at it. It's Lisa Kudrow. Ah! It's freaking awesome. Guys, that is funny. She's my favorite Friends character. You listen to way too much of what I say, just so you know. I'd really like to. Dude, why did I not read that properly? It's Phoebe Buffet. Phoebe Buffet. Phoebe Buffet. Oh, you're so pretty. You're gonna have to hang out with my Tinkerbell one. Joker's gonna end up next to Harley over there because I have a Harley one as well. Show that one in a second too. And then we got. Oh, I can't reach. It's too hard. Okay, no, now I really can't reach. Alright, let's see if we can do it the last time correctly. I think we can. I don't know, though. Hang on, see if I can get it by feel. I'm not trying to look at anything. I know, right? The suspense is killing you. It's killing me too, trust me. Because I just got to look that way, and I totally know what's in this box. But, yeah. I'm not going to do that. That's why I asked as well if there was anything that was going to get me shut down. Because I didn't want to end up having that. Now we're old. Of course we are. But Friends is awesome. Friends was my favorite TV show ever. Matt LeBlanc was funny. I like Ross Geller. Chandler. I think the only person I really didn't care for in that entire series was Jennifer Aniston. But that's okay. It happens. Maximum effort! Yes! Oh, you got a little chrome gun too. It's a Deadpool. I don't know why. Oh, it's my light. There you go. If I just hold him up like this, you guys can totally see him. It's a Deadpool. Mm-hmm. Don't meet your superheroes. It's disappointing. Alright, let me see if I can get them all in the light again. There you go. We got Phoebe. She's got a little guitar and everything. Aha! There she is. Say hello to Phoebe. Phoebe. Ah, she's so cute. And then we got this guy. Look at his teeth. He's even got a grill. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Ah, you can. Uh-huh. Yep, look at him. He's got a grill. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Oh yeah, you see my background there. That totally helped. And then Smeagol is kind of gonna be. There you go. Now you can see how crystal clear he is. I think I know why I got this one though. I really think I know why. It's probably because every time we're sitting in Discord, I sit there and pop out with something like
Stupid Fritz Herbert says he ruins it.
something personal and cool to get your fish, so you see sweet. Well, thank you. Thank you very, very much. I am very, very honored that you would send me that. I know these things are... Some of these are kind of like... Yeah, just lost thought process. But, oh, that's super cool. What if, hypothetically, these two ended up in a relationship? It would never happen. Would never happen. Deadpool does not like that kind of person. Although Phoebe is freaking amazing, so thank you again. Like I said, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. This is awesome. A lot more than I expected. Which, what I expect is nothing. It's yeah. Like I said, I kind of just do this because I can. I like doing this, and I like doing YouTube, and I like being here, and I like hanging out with you guys, and I like doing all that. So when these things do come through, it is always nice. Again, if you guys have anything you wanted to send to me as well, feel free to join the Discord and message me, or Mama Frimp as well, if you want to do that, and somehow we'll set up a way that you can send me something, for sure. Which eventually I might just update that and give a better address. I'm gonna play with this for a while. I don't know why. It's a thing I do. I always play with my hands. Typically, if you guys catch me rubbing my hands like this, it's because I've got carpal tunnel and arthritis in all of my hands. So my whole family does it. We rub our hands. But the thing that I'm sticking on my fingers is completely not necessary at all in any way, shape, or form. I just can't help it. So that one's always fun. So yes, see, now we're just gonna awkwardly sit here and talk. Or listen to whatever makes you happy. No, what makes me happy is always when you can do this. Oh. Oh yeah. Ooh, double pop. Fidget spinners, bro. I'm not a huge fan of those. I don't like fidget spinners so much. The reason, like, don't get me wrong, I like the fact that they give you something to do with your hands, but I can't. It requires me to do this. Yep. Bubble prawn. Double prawn. Prawn. I like prawn. Much better. I know what you're trying to type. I like prawn. That one's more fun. So yes, I'm gonna put my bubble prawn.
Hey, hey, hey.
Ho, 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 ho. Well, little Timmy, what do you want for Christmas, my boy? Ho, ho, ho. No, you can't grab my beard. You're not allowed to grab my beard. Because it's made of bubbles. Not the bathroom kind, you weirdo. Not that kind, you sicko. Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Hang on, I got it. I don't know why I'm wearing these. It's not like I'm hearing anything. Alright, I'll bring over a couple things. So some of the fun items that I have, just so you guys know. Alright. So we're gonna start with this. Oh, I know why I was wearing those, to drown out that squeaking sound. This is Maximum Effort Bubblehead doll. You guys have probably seen him in the background a lot. He's actually ceramic. He's not like... He's actually like a glass piece. I have the box for him up there. But I like him kind of being out and kind of showing him off type thing. can always tell when somebody handmade, because yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if it's handmade for real, but it said handmade on the box, so. Then I've got my Celine. I don't know if you guys like Celine or know who Celine is, but anybody who's seen Underworld should know who Celine is. One of my favorite Underworld characters. I hate the fact that she ended up with who she ended up throughout that series, but that's okay. Michael was kind of like a bleh, under development. And then, of course, if you guys don't know, I happen to like Deadpool a lot. What's up, Super J? How's it going, buddy? Alright, so the Harley Quinn I have is probably a little bit different than the one that you guys have. This is a summer convention exclusive. So I don't know if you'll be able to find her. Hang on, I'll get the angle. There you go. Let me see if I can move my camera over in front of this light and maybe that'll help. I gotta make some room now. I haven't met anybody who doesn't like Deadpool yet, so that could be a thing. Alright, I'll re-show these one more time before I get off. That way Super J can see them as well. Because that's the thing. Dropping things. Dropping all kinds of things. Okay. You go over there. Just stop. Stop. Hi. I'm very close to you right now. Can you see my eyeballs? I'm staring into your soul. Nobody ever wants to see my face up that close. Oh, no. The thing that fell is my freaking headphones. Because I threw them on the bed. Alright, so this is my Harley Quinn. There she is. I'm trying to show you her hair. It's blue and red, and like the typical one. So this is my Harley Quinn. I got her from... there you go. Now you can see the actual picture. So I got her a while ago from, I believe, a comic book shop. Like a rolling comic book shop. She was the Vinyl Collection Rock Candy edition. And I haven't opened her. I haven't done anything with her. I like these being in the box. I like to collect them and actually treat them properly. And then this is what we get to add to our collection. Oh, and also, yeah. So this is the Deadpool, which I think you guys saw. But if I flip him around, he's actually on the back of the box, which is pretty crazy. I'm not one of those unboxer people who will actually open up the object within the box. I like them in the box. In the box. Inside the box. Did you hear me correctly? I said I like him to be inside the box. Not outside the box. Don't think outside the box. I have a Kong Pop figure, but he lost an arm. See, that's why I don't pull them out of the box. I like them all in the box. We get to add Harley's boyfriend to the thing, to the collection now, which is nice. I lost a lot of the Funko Pops when I ended up moving, but yeah. Oh, I do like it inside the box. By the way, next to Heath Ledger, I believe it was, this is my favorite Joker series. And I know that's controversial as crap, but I actually really enjoy the Joker that was portrayed through the Suicide Squad. So I think he's a really fresh kick, and yeah, that should be what he looks like from the side. So I don't have to pull him out. I can just show you the picture on it. So he's pretty cool. And then we got Phoebe. Be sure to tip her because she doesn't have a computer, so she needs to have those tips to make a computer and get a website up for you. It's Phoebe from Friends, which is freaking awesome. I think I mentioned that one single time in the entire time that we've talked at all. Do you have a photographic memory? Is that what I'm missing here? That's awesome. Okay. And my favorites.
Stupid photorealism. He ruins it. the sunken coast, nice and cool to get your fish, so you see sweet. He is very hard to show how it is. He really is. He really, really is. But I like him raw and wriggling.
Okay, I'm gonna stop my creepy voice. Then one of my other favorite ones that I've gotten is this one. And she by far is probably next to this one, my upper favorites of the ones that I've received. Only because I'm a huge fan of Lisa Kudrow. Not really the show, but Lisa Kudrow. I love Lisa Kudrow. I think she's awesome. And I happen to really like Tinkerbell, but not the newer Tinkerbell type thing. I will not do that. I'm sorry. That like I said, I don't pull things out of the box ever. They always stay inside the box. And then they'll get displayed in their boxes. Like I've had her for a few months now, and she's never once been pulled out of the box. So I usually just, if I'm going to show anybody, I show them from the back so they can see the little picture on it. Like I said, the value is decreased the moment you pull them out, but this one is the Golem, except for he's clear. Oh, I see. Well, you got the honest answer, right? Yep. But one of my favorite ones that these two are going to be up there with my favorites, just because Tinkerbell is one of my favorite things ever. I don't know why. When I was a kid, I watched her. I liked her growing up. I didn't care that everybody else thought she was weird. I thought she was awesome. So I've got my little Tinkerbell, which is amazing. And I like the old portrayed Tinkerbell, the one with Rob Williams, not so much the newer, like, animated one. I like the way she looks, I like the way she is, but I don't think they hit Tinkerbell per se on the head with that. So that's my opinions there. Not that they really matter. I'm not a movie director, so that's a thing. But yeah, on that one, yes, and Tinkerbell's kind of like, I don't know, I like her. And I'm okay with that. Like, you can judge all you want. I'm okay with that. Totally good. I mean, literally, I make a living doing this, humiliating myself, and putting myself in the most awkward VR positions I could possibly find, just for entertainment purposes. Yeah, I should stop talking before I start realizing things. Okay. Anyway, guys, I wanted to also point out, we're getting quite close to... Sweet. I like that. Well, I do try to keep the chat as respectful as possible, and I try and keep everything kind of running smooth, so that way everybody gets to come here and kind of hang out and be comfortable and be happy with what they're doing. And I like that. I really do enjoy that. So that's a really nice community, and with you guys in the community, I haven't seen a stream that's gotten, like... Every time I come live, I get some of the most respectful viewers out there, and everybody comes in, and I've always had compliments about how comfortable the chat is, and I like that. I like it that way, and I like the way it's been kept. And on that note, guys, I appreciate it, so thank you guys for that. But, yeah. So we got our Harley and our Joker, our Smeagoo's.
Stupid folks, Herbert says he ruins it.
And then I've got my bobblehead dog. Now this one I did pull out of the box. Like I said, you wouldn't have been able to see him at all in the box, and I wanted to display him, so I bought him specifically for display purposes. I like that. I got my little guys here. Get up there, get up there, get up there, get up there. And then, yes, this is the last thing I got Super Day. I got this guy, which is from Crisis Core, I believe, is where Zack was introduced. So I could be wrong, but I do think that's where they introduced him. Don't quote me. And it tells you all the material lists and all the other stuff, and I was having fun with that in the very beginning. So, again, very happy with that. I could probably put that right there, and that'll work out fine. I'm running out of wall space. I'd just like to point that out. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it, like I said. Hey guys, yeah, on that note, don't think I've got much more tonight. I just wanted to pop in and say hi and open that live, because that's the thing. I like to do that. I like to kind of interact with you guys while we go through the fan mail you sent. But yes, on that note, I think I've got probably about 30 to 40 videos coming that I need to get to editing sometime this millennium, because I stayed up really, really late doing that. Yeah. Life of a YouTuber, right? No, but for real on that note though. Guys, thank you guys for joining me during the stream. I'm glad that you guys came in. I'm glad to have you guys around. If you guys ever want me just to do a Let's Talk stream, I can always do that. Just let me know. Hit me up on Twitter at Eagle Eye Gaming 20 or Eagle Eye Gaming 1. You can hit me on the Discord. I'm still Eagle Eye Gaming over there. You can comment on my videos and tell me you would like to see some Let's Chats type things where you guys can get to know me a little bit better, so on and so forth. I don't mind it at all. Just let me know what you guys would like. I love the feedback that's been coming in. You guys are awesome. What's up, Psycho Mantis? Pleasure to see you. You're coming in right at the end. I really wasn't on that long. We were opening some fan mail. We got some awesome little Funko Pops here, which I'm gonna have to try and play the light game. So we got the Deadpool and the Gollum, and we got the Phoebe, who I called Phobes, because I read that as Phobe. I don't know why. And we got our amazing Suicide Squad companion, the Joker. And we also, this one I've had, so now I have her friend. So Pudding's here finally. Pudding. Oh, and I have a Tinkerbell one, but I don't feel like taking her back out again. So you did a part 2. Part 2 on what? Do you ever feel like you missed half the conversation because your life revolves around work? Also, yes, I'm aware that when I'm looking that way, you guys get to see my incredibly big nose. It's huge. Trust me. You don't get a sniffer like this messing around. Only true sniffers are this big. Also, I know how much you love the ASMR vibe. had to catch myself there. Almost said something I shouldn't have. Also, I have no idea how that sounds when I get that close to the mic, but my mic issue should be fixed finally, because I realized that my thingy was trying to record its mic out of the headset, which doesn't help me much, but it works, I guess. Yep. Oh, sweet. Thank you for linking those. I just noticed that. Yes, you guys can join the Discord at any time you would like, or you can follow me on Twitter at Eagle Eye Gaming 1. I tend to post, the most posts I do on Twitter is I actually just post my daily videos, so that way people who don't have the notification bell on can see them. But on the side note of that too, I like to retweet some things that come in. You can always hit me up at Twitter, and if you got a video you want to have shared, I can always retweet it. That's cool. I've done that before. Yeah, but basically Twitter is kind of like my second YouTube page in my mind, which is kind of cool. But at the same time as well, I also use Twitter for sneak peek previews and random questions of things that won't end up on stream, but I do think are funny, kind of like today's Galgun clip I pulled. Something really awkward popped up. I felt it was fine to put on Twitter, but it won't be making it to YouTube on that one. So on that note, yes, it will be cleaned up and prim and proper. So I like to kind of stick things in there that I think are really kind of funny that I'm not exactly going to be putting up on stream per se. There's certain games, like I said, I won't stream. There's a lot of things that I like to try not to do on the channel. I like to try not to swear. I like to try to keep it judgment free. I'm pretty much a judge free person. I'm not going to judge anybody for what you're into, what you like, your sexual preference, your religion, yada yada yada. Not my thing. Don't care. As long as you're a good-hearted person, that's all that matters to me. As long as you're out there doing what you think you're going to do best, that's all that matters to me. As long as you're chasing your dreams, more power to you. Because I don't think dreams are ever really worth giving up on. So, before I end this stream, which is about to happen, guys. Oh, and a game you did? Cool. I'll have to go over to your channel and check it out for sure. Yeah. Actually, Mama Firm could probably link that to me. She's pretty good about getting me on board with the conversations when I miss things. But yeah. So, guys, on that note, before I take off today, I'd like to let you guys know my small piece of advice that may or may not be helpful to somebody who's going through a hard time. And I like to do that every now and then. Is that, guys, it's okay to not be okay. I just want you to know that. It's okay to not be okay. There are people out there who are always willing to help. And if you feel like you need help, don't be afraid to ask. But also keep in mind that those tough times do get better. And greatness is just one small step done right every single day. In and day out. Whether it's rain, hail, sun, or shine, they show up every day. And that, I think, is a really, really impactful statement on its own, because success only comes from doing something. If you lay there and do nothing, you're not going to make any difference. So you have to really basically break that down. And I think what that basically says is that in order to achieve your dreams, you have to actively be chasing them. And I think that's a really good center of attention for it. Only because of the fact that, like I say, guys, I live by this motto. I live by this every day that I wake up. I get up, I do something on the computer. I do something that's going to be forwarding the channel. I try and do something that's going to be really, really cool for you guys. And I try to further my editing capabilities. I try to further my HTC Vive knowledge. I try to further my knowledge on games, so on and so forth. And it's only because I want to be a better version of me. So when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't see this guy who's got, bills, a life, kind of like a shambled mess going on. No, that's not what I want to see at all. And even if that's a reality, it's not my reality. And the cool thing about reality is I think it's up to perspective. We've all been trained to... Well, now I'm turning this into a motivational speech thing, aren't I? That's alright. Follow along. You'll catch on. It's a ramble moment. I like to do that. We take muffin trails here. But Mama Firm can tell you all about that. She's been on multiple of my muffin trails. I call them muffin trails because eventually what happens is we start on this conversation and I go like this. Point A, point B, point A, look over there. We're going to go up here and we're coming around. We're coming back over here and boom. We'll make it back to the conversation. However, we do have to take the muffin trail. But guys, I want you really to know, and I'm going to be completely open with you right now. Yeah, I should probably pick this up. There was a couple of spots last year that got really, really ugly, like really, really ugly, and it got like detrimental to the point where I needed to go find mental help, which is cool, and it's a matter of realizing that you need it. And the problem was I realized that I was letting everybody else dictate my reality. And I do think that is a problem within the human society, is that there are born leaders, there are born followers, and there are those who are just in between. And I think a lot of us fit more in between and fall onto the follower, if that makes sense, because that's what we're trained to do by society. And I think, really, if you go through school and really think about it, going through school teaches you to just follow the leader, to follow what the trend is, to follow what this is, the social media trend, to this trend, to that trend. I don't think that any of that matters. And let me tell you why. Let me explain before you go. But it's how the world operates. The world operates like that because we allow it to. We allow the outside world to come into our world. Now, last year I was in the same position, and let me explain this from the start. I lost my house. I got divorced. I had basically everything I've got taken from me, and the only thing I managed to keep was the computer. Only until after the computer died, I've made fantastic friends. I've made incredible differences, but I've had some really, really small, or like really, really hard falls. And the thing was, I have really good friends who were there to help pull me out. Granted, I don't know if I really leaned on you guys too much, per se, because when I get into this mental gig thing in my head, my brain goes, well, I don't want to waste your time while I'm mentally disabled, so I'll fix it myself. And that's just the way I program because I've always learned to fix it myself. Don't rely on other people to do it because it's not going to happen. The only way you're going to make something happen is by getting out there and actually making it happen. So when people tell you, hey, just follow along. Hey, just do this. I mean, I'm not telling you go out and stab somebody 100 times. Please don't do that. That's illegal, and that is actually, please follow that. Don't actually go out and do it. But what I mean here is, like, so you wake up every morning and somebody told you when you were younger that you need to grow up and get a good job so you can pay your bills. So this is what you went through life thinking. You go, okay, I've got to go and pay my bills and do all this and yada, yada, yada. So you go through life, you train for this, then you go through 18 years of school, and I think school has a very heavy downfall at the end of it because at 18 years old, I don't really think anybody really knows what they want to be. I don't think anybody knows who they really are at 18 years old. But at 18 years old, we throw them out of school and we say, hey, you're an adult. Figure it out. Now, on the flip side, there's two things that can either happen from that. You're either going to, A, figure it out and be a winner, or B, not figure it out, and that's going to be a problem. And, yeah, I don't know how many people end up on B, but I think the percentage-wise of that is probably way too high, in my opinion. And I see a lot of people that walk through life doing this, oh, I'm a victim, oh, life's horrible, bad things happen to good people. Yes, bad things happen to good people, but good people and truly good, successful people don't let those bad things that happen to them stop them from achieving what they want to do. So the way I look at myself when I wake up in the morning, and what I'd like to do with you guys, is to teach you that reality is only what you perceive it as. It's not forced on you. Somebody doesn't tell you what it is. I mean, there's laws, don't get me wrong, physics, gravity, things like that. That's a completely different outlook. But what we perceive in our minds as reality, so like this wall is real, but this wall is not real. And don't get me wrong, it's a physical wall, it's there, it's built. But metaphorically, I can see it as anything I want it to see it. So say it's like, right now it's got the red, the black, and I don't really care for the red and the black. So I want the room to be bigger. So every time I wake up, I imagine waking up into a bigger room. And eventually, I don't see the room being small. It actually gets bigger because my reality changes and says, hey, this is a bigger area. Does that make sense? So really, what it really boils down to, guys, isn't that you're a born follower. It's that you're trained to follow. You're trained to fit in and mold to this society, and I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair. I think that we should be judgment-free, and the greatest ideas end up in the graveyard. The graveyard is literally the richest place you're ever going to find on the planet. There you will find inventions and ideas that were never, ever brought to existence because people were too afraid to chase their dreams. So guys, I want you to take a second and really think about it. Are you chasing your dreams? Because if you're not, I think you might be committing a little bit of spiritual suicide there. But no. In a real aspect of it, though, I did hit some hard points, and you're gonna hit them. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. You're always gonna hit a hard point. Life is going to knock you down. It's just the way it is. Something's going to happen that you weren't prepared for, didn't expect. Something's going to come in drastically. It's not the things that come in that happen that make you who you are. It's how you go through pain. You can either go through pain or you can try a new strategy. And I decided after years and years and years, and I can say years and years and years, trust me, I've got that on my belt. I've got enough time to share with you if you want some. But yeah. But I've learned I don't think the quickest way to find happiness is chasing happiness. I think just letting it go and being whoever you want to be. Truly being who you want to be. Like me, myself, I wanted to be Eagle Eye Gaming. That was everything I ever wanted to do. So I made that happen. Now, granted, that lies a lot on you guys, and I really do appreciate you guys following along, and I would happily keep doing this as long as you guys will keep following, because I enjoy it. But I found something that I truly, truly, truly love to do. This is the one thing that I don't see myself ever being able to really walk away from. I wake up in the morning and I'm consumed by this obsessive need to just do this, and it's awesome. It's literally the greatest thing I can think of. And yeah, my bank account's not $1 million high. Heck, my bank account's actually in shambles right now. But at the same time, I love what I do. And I think loving what you do makes all of the rest of the stuff okay. And when you're a kid, you hear this a lot, and you're just like, yeah, but it doesn't pay your bills, and it doesn't do that. And no, I don't think money can buy happiness. Yes, I do think it can buy temporary happiness. I do agree in the fact that I think money can buy you everything you ever want, which could give you a small amount of satisfaction per purchase. But it doesn't buy you lasting happiness. And I think finding lasting happiness is how you find greatness. So when you really look at life in a perspective of this is my reality, well, what if this isn't your reality? What if your reality can change the way that people perceive the world? What if your reality can change how people see the things around them? What if your reality can lead other people out of their reality that they've been trained to be in? See, I like to wake up every single morning and try to start my morning with about 30 minutes of just sitting there. I don't move. I don't get out of bed really. Like, I'll get up and I'll sit there. And I like to just let my head kind of go. And I like to let it wander and let it sit down and just go through all of the positive things that I have. And about 10 minutes into hearing all of the positive things that I've got going for that day, I like to sit back and I like to actually sit down and think, who do I want to be? How can I become this? What do I need to work on today to bring myself closer to that? And the thing is, I decide who I want to be. So why not become it? And that's the same I got to you guys. Like, honestly, honest to God, I have to say, I decide who I want to be. So you decide who you want to be. And if you don't want to be somebody like me, that's totally okay. You're fine by that. Do what you love to do. I got no right to judge you because of the fact that your beliefs are different than mine. What makes you happy might not make me happy. But if it makes you happy, that's what matters, right? So guys, on that note, I learned very quickly that it's not going to happen overnight. And I really wish I could say it would. It's not. It's not even going to get close to happening overnight. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else, but I'm not Markiplier. I'm not PewDiePie. I'm not like, I don't know, the Gamer Geeks or the Grumble Gamer or anybody else like that. I'm just naming YouTubers that are popping into my head, by the way, just so you know. But I'm not any of those people. And the thing is, I don't want to be any of those people. I'm not Jacksepticeye. And the thing was, when I started, I wanted to be like Jacksepticeye. I really wanted to be like Jacksepticeye because he motivated me to do what I thought was great. And he found, by watching his earlier videos, I found this passion that I couldn't beat. And I was like, no, I want to share this. And that's where I found what makes me great. And that's what I wanted to become. So I became Eagle Eye Gaming. And I've done this since. Now, I can't say that sitting here 4 years later, I'm anything like Jacksepticeye. I don't think I'm even close to him. I think I've molded what I wanted to be into something so much more than just becoming something that's already there. And the whole point of that is just to let you know, we're all unique. We are all 100% unique. And we all have 1,000 things that we can dream. And the coolest thing about life is if you can dream it, you can do it. Now let that sink in for a second and really understand the fact that if you can dream it, you can do it. Humans were put on this planet to make the impossible possible every single day. The proof is in flying, the proof is going to space, how deep we've gone into the earth. It's all around us every time we look around. Somebody has achieved greatness. And the only thing stopping us from achieving all of these things and achieving greatness, achieving all the things that we call success, is looking at you in a mirror. Every single morning you wake up. Yeah, sure, there's outside things that are working against you, but those aren't stopping you. The thing that is stopping most people from becoming great and having the success that they want in life is the fact that they're too busy caught up in the now. They're not looking at the guy in the mirror who's screaming for help, telling you, hey, I'm in here. I have this great idea. Just listen to me for 5 seconds. Please, dear God, just listen. Break away from the mold. That's And I used to sit there in the mirror and just stare at myself and try to listen to what my brain was saying. And I learned that 30 minutes of silence can do a lot for just letting your brain wander and talk to you. And when you actually learn to listen to it, things start to change. And I can't say that I'm rich or anything else, but I can say that I am more successful now than I've ever been in my entire life. I am much harder working than I've ever been in my entire life, and I'm prouder to be doing what I'm doing than I've ever been in my entire life. And that, I think, is the true key to happiness. And having that kind of happiness and having that kind of passion inside of you, knowing that, yes, life might be trying to knock me down, and trust me, it is. It is. But life is over here. And this is how I do it. Life is over here. So this hand is life. This is what I can control. I can't control this. This is gonna just keep piling in and piling in and piling in. It's kind of like maximum freaking effort right there. It's just gonna keep coming. And that's the way it is. But what I can do is, while life is rambling and piling all these things onto me, I can look at life's pile and go, well, I can control that. That's me. I can control this. I can't control this. I can control this. And how this decides to react to all of this going on is going to make the difference. It's going to be what makes you who you are. So why do I want to react in a way that I'm trying to control all of this chaos going on? There's too much of it. Just don't focus on the chaos. Focus on you. And that's... I know it sounds cheesy and cliche and everything, and I've listened to plenty of people have these same speeches and sit there and tell you that success comes just because you let go. It doesn't come because you let go. It comes because you believed in yourself. Success comes because you believed in something so much that no matter what anybody told you, you were willing to try. And even if I don't make $1 million or do all the things that I think I want to do and all that, which, don't get me wrong, I'm aware there's some things that I may or may not be able to do. But those are a later date. Right now I'm focused on, I want to be the best version of me I could possibly be every single day I wake up. Which means coming in here, doing these live streams, doing the edits, playing the games, hanging out with you guys, and just improving my craft. And that's what I'll call it. I would say improving my craft is a very, very important way of putting that. Because, yeah, I could come in doing the same thing every single day. It's not going to make it any different. But when you get a little bit of feedback that says, hey, your edit should have been done here, and maybe here, or try changing this, or if you just look around and go, okay, well, I know all of this, but here's what I don't know. Let's start expanding into these areas. And it all works into what my craft is, what I am truly passionate about, what I actually like to do. So why not expand it? Why not gain as much knowledge as I can possibly get about it? And that's one of the key things to, I think, what makes us successful versus makes us plateau. So you can plateau all day long by just coming in every day and working the cash register, saying hi to the same people every day, not changing the conversation, the same thing every single day. Eventually, if you don't love what you do, somebody else is going to love it more, and they're going to do it better, and they're going to make more money doing what you love to do. Or what you don't love to do. But if you're doing what you love to do and somebody's better than you, well, then that just opens a whole new realm. And guys, one of the biggest things I want to emphasize in this as well is stop blaming everybody. It's nobody else's fault. We have control. We have all the power we need right here. Right here. It's looking at you in a mirror every single day. Blaming everybody else, I mean, yeah, you can, but that's a victim's choice. That's my opinion. And it doesn't have to be your opinion, but I really truly think that blaming other people makes it to where you have an out. And once you stop giving your brain that out, you'll find that owning up to all of the things that are happening and saying that all of this crap that's going on my plate is my crap and things that I have to deal with, and this stops with me, you'll find that you're a little bit happier because everybody else's crap doesn't involve your crap anymore. So really, I think it's It's a pile on of a lot of things in a mental mindset. And trust me, there's a lot of things in my mind that I can sit here and tell you that God, I wish I could tell. God, I wish I could tell you all the things that go through my head in a day. I really do. There is plenty of negative things that run through my head. And the thing is, I'm not perfect. I don't think anybody's perfect. And I'm okay with that. I really don't think anybody's perfect. And I'm sorry for going on a speech, but this is something that I was intending to do for a while. But I guess you guys got it because it just busted out. So, but guys, I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. If you can look in a mirror and tell me you're perfect, please come to my house. I want to meet you. I really honestly want to meet you. If you can tell me right now that you are absolutely perfect, not a flaw with you, please come to my house. I want to see it. But that's the cool thing. I'm not perfect. You don't have to be perfect either. But I'm learning. And that's one thing I can honestly say. I'm always learning. I'm always doing something. I'm always trying something new. I'm always trying to improve what I know and bring stuff that's better for you guys. And I hope that that's something that you guys can do as well. So on that, by improving, I found a little bit of happiness every single time I move forward. And I think that greatness really is one small step done well every single day. And what I mean by that is one small step. So one cut in an edit. And I'm going to use YouTube as my reference because that's my craft. That's my platform. That's what I work on. One small cut in an edit could make or break a video. And that's not even a lie. That's the sad truth is, a small part of a video can make or break that video. You can have an hour long of the perfect video. Hit that one spot wrong, and you'll never get seen. And it's amazing how it works. I don't know why it does, but that's the thing. So every single day I come in, I look at these spots, and I go, can I improve it? How can I change it? What can I do to bring it better? And it's not, how can I bring all this stuff to me? I don't need to bring anything to me. You know what I say to myself? Everything I'll ever need in life comes to me because I'm willing to work for it. And hard work will get you a lot further than begging and whining and just expecting it on a silver platter. Don't expect things to fall out of the sky. If you're not willing to try, they're not going to come. And let's be 100% honest with you. If you're not willing to put forth the effort to get what you want in life, you're never going to achieve it. And if you do, you're one of the few who got lucky. But the main thing is, the only way you're going to achieve those things, and the only true way you're ever really going to achieve everything you ever want in life, guys. And it's really, really simple, and it took me a long time to figure this out. The only way you're truly ever going to achieve all of the things that you dream in life is to let yourself achieve it. Believe in yourself. When no one else believes in you, believe in yourself. And you'll, I guarantee, watch. Just watch. Just believe in yourself for 30 days. Let go of all of the negative thoughts. When a negative thought comes into my mind, what I do is I recognize said negative thought. I let it go through my mind. So like say, okay, negative thought. My bank account's $140 negative. That's negative thought. Okay, I've recognized that negative thought. Now I can continue this train and pretty well explain it. I can continue this train. My bank account is 140 negative. This is an example, by the way. But I've got minus money in the bank, which leads to, now I can let my brain go into, well, that's a $37 overdraft fee, that's a this fee, that's a that fee. I'm never going to make this kind of money. I don't know where it's going to come from. There's nothing I can do. Why is this happening to me? Yada, yada, yada. And this just spirals you down a path where you're not going to come back up. In fact, what you're going to do is you're going to sit there, you're going to stew on it, you're going to pity on it, and you're never going to do anything to change it. So what I do is I recognize the fact. The thought comes in and goes, you're $140 negative in your bank. And I go, okay. It's temporary. And it's as simple as that. It's not even, I don't have to inject the most positive thought into it, just something to break the pattern. So what I'm doing is essentially forcing my brain to realize that, yeah, the situation is bad. I'm aware of the fact that this is happening. But if I let this consume me, it's going to take away from all of the things I can do to make that better. So my brain goes, you're $140 negative in the bank, right? And I go, okay, it's not that bad. And my brain goes, well, you're never going to make that money. And then I go, well, yeah, if I don't try, I'm not going to make it. And then it goes, well, you're on a deadline. Miracles have happened before. I don't know, pick something. And these are conversations I've literally had with myself, guys. I would love to tell you that this is an example that hasn't happened. No, this has happened. This has happened to me. I've been in that situation, and the way that you combat it is, and I've pulled out of these situations as well, but the way you combat it is understanding the fact that, yes, there's a problem. And my brain will sit there, and it constantly tries to fight with me. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys I'm perfect. I'd be lying out my freaking face hole if I told you guys I was perfect. But no, really, what I'm telling you is that, yes, all of these negative things float around in my head. That is the darkest place you could ever go. I would never want to share the thoughts that come through my head to anybody else in the entire world, because even I can't believe half the things that go through my head with how bad they are. And I'm like, why are we that way? And I used to live accepting that this was the way it was. My brain would just be negative. We drive by a house, I would see a house on fire, not a house with a happy family. It's just the way my brain worked. So coming back from all of that, I can now look at the house and see a family with kids. Yes, my brain initially tries to go, hey, what happens if it's on fire? That's the worst case scenario. And I was programmed for a very, very long time to see the worst case scenario, and I will always see the worst case scenario. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think the difference was when I was seeing the worst case scenario, I was expecting it. Now, seeing it and expecting it are two completely different things. You can see it, and you can interject a thought that says, yes, but that's not happening right now. What if instead of that house is on fire, there's a family with 2 kids and the greatest amount of love you could ever find in a household? And that will combat that thought. And then I go, well, it's not too bad. And then that actually, believe it or not, does a little bit of something that you might not expect. The more that you do this, the more you'll start finding that you'll see the world in a little bit more of a brighter light. You'll see it in a more positive outlook. And when you start seeing things positively, and this is the key that you guys need to remember, when you start looking at life in a positive aspect, there's something called the laws of attraction. If you're negative 100% of the time, that's all you're ever going to get. You're going to attract negativity. And it is true, and I can say from living proof that that's exactly how my life went. Granted, I told you guys in the very beginning, last year I lost the house. I lost my relationship, I lost my dog, and I lost my car. These are 4 big things that happened to me. And I let them crush me for a little while. Don't get me wrong. This was my wake-up call. And I will gladly say this was my wake-up call. And I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, well, it was a magical miracle. I was sitting on... No. You know what I was doing? I was sitting on a toilet, hating my life, when it dawned on me that this might all be my fault. Maybe I should stop blaming everybody else, because maybe if I didn't let it happen, or maybe if I'd stop letting it happen, I could make a difference. And I could start dragging my butt out of this hole. Because nobody was going to come and be like, hey, rescue him. It just wasn't going to happen. It was kind of like, you got to do it yourself. So how do we do it? And that was the key thing. It wasn't where or when or why. It was how can I better something else? How can I give back? What can I give to you guys instead of just working on me and focusing on all of this negativity? What can I give to the world rather than just negative? So that's where I started to actually sit down and start taking courses to get my mind back together, start taking some stuff. I've saved up a ton of things to make sure that my life is kind of back together. And it's not perfect. I'm not going to lie and say that it is. Dude, I am well above the age that I should be living in my parents' house. Let's just be honest with that. And I don't live here in my parents' house because I have to live here. That's not the point. If I wanted to, I could pack up and leave today. But I live here because they're my family and they help me out, and I feel that it's fair to try to give that back. So just in fairness to that, and it's one of those weird things about my personality that I'm still kind of working on, and that's the cool thing. I can honestly sit here and tell you, I'm still kind of working on me. There's always something I can do to me to improve me, and that's really when you start looking at life as there's always something you can do to improve you. Those are those small steps done well every single day. Day in, day out. Rain, hail, snow, or shine. That all equals out to greatness because you were willing to look at it and go, what can I do to better myself? So guys, it's really honestly, I think the key to finding happiness is to stop chasing it. You have every right to pursue happiness, and I don't think that it's wrong too. But I think if you stop focusing so heavily on just finding whatever it is that's going to make you happy without having a clear picture of what it is that makes you happy, without knowing who you are. I can honestly tell you I was 30 years old and had no idea who I was. I was 30 years old. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was 30 years old and I looked at myself in a mirror and I was staring at myself and going, you're a failure. Do you know how bad that is? Guys, at 30 years old, I should be looking at my life going, I got it pretty good. I've achieved all of these things that I've set out to do. I didn't achieve a thing when I was 30. It just didn't happen because I didn't let it happen. I didn't allow it to happen because I was so busy chasing this aspect of some reality of happiness that I've formed in my head that I had no idea what it actually was. I had no idea who I was. Somebody asked me the other day, what do you like to do? To this day, I honestly can't answer that. I like to play video games. I can tell you that much. I like to read. That I can tell you. But like legitimately, what do I like to go out and do? I don't know. And then if I really look back at my life, yeah, I could probably answer it and tell you I like hiking and I like going out and camping and I like doing all these things. And I physically got injured a while ago and stopped doing these, and then it was something that I just didn't do. And don't get me wrong, I don't know if it's still something I enjoy per se, but it's something that I have fond memories of. And if I can look back at those memories, I can pull those feelings that made me so happy in those little moments and realize that those little moments was when I let go of chasing happiness. And it finally freaking came to me that don't chase it. Just accept it and let it come. Let things come to you. Work hard at what you do and let them come to you. Because they will. And you will be discovered. And you will be seen. And you will have everything you could ever imagine plus some. But you have to believe in you. And that is the key right there. Great things are done every single day. Nobody's going to talk about what you did last week. Except for you. So guys, on that note, and one of the biggest things I wanted to hit with that was the fact that when I was really thinking about how I wanted to present this and how I wanted to like talk about this and how I wanted to bring my problems out and how I figured I might be able to help somebody is really, I thought 1,000 different ways. I thought about, I'll talk to you guys and see if I can help you out of a position that I was in, or I'll relate with you guys and tell you something in my past that happened that, yeah, might have brought me to where I am, but does not make who I am. I have the right to choose, and so do you, and I choose not to be that person. Trust me, you look back at my childhood, it's not a pretty childhood. I was borderline, like, demonic. I was a horrible kid. Horrible kid. Absolutely horrible. Ask my mother. My dad went gray in a week after knowing me. My stepfather, I'm not even kidding you. It took me less than a year to make him 100% gray. Let that sink in, and then realize that that's who I was. And yeah, that past brought me to where I am now, but it doesn't define who I am. It doesn't make me who I am, and it doesn't define my future. And that was the thing I really kept thinking about. I was like, guys, I want to make a video, and I'd like to do some motivational video type things, and I think those are really good because the more I learn and the more I understand, the more I feel like it's only fair to share. And that's, I think, what the biggest thing about human race is. We are here to share information, and if you're not willing to share the things that you've learned, then, well, bugger off, you're not worth my time, if that makes sense. Like, not in an offensive way or anything, but you should be willing and eager to share what you've learned with other people. And I will always share anything that I know. So that's one of the things that I've always stood by. But underneath of all of that, I kept thinking about it, and I was like, how do you present something like this? How do you even talk about this? And then I realized it was simple. Everything revolved around something that happened with me. So if I'm going to sit here and talk about this, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I would tell teenage me. Teenage me. The angry, hateful, spiteful teenage me. The one who didn't care about a single thing in life. The one who really just wanted everything to burn. And yes, that was me. That right there was me. It's not me anymore, but that's who I was. That's what I did. Literally 90% of my childhood was fighting. And it's what I did. And it was because I was so angry at everything around me. And it was so stupid. It was absolutely the stupidest thing I've ever done. I spent years wasted into anger and in hatred that had no point of being there. That all I had to do was let go and move on. And I could not figure that out or do that. So when I sit here at my current age and I think about these things, I actually keep a journal, and I would like to let you guys know, and this has helped me out quite a bit too. I keep a journal of all of the things that I would have liked to have told myself. All of the things that if I could go back right now and tell myself, I wouldn't tell myself the things that are coming up. No. Those made me understand what I'm going through now. Those made me understand the things I am. Like I said, the past brings you here, but it doesn't define you. It doesn't make you who you are. But when you really sit back and think about it for just a moment or two even, that past had to happen to make you understand what you needed to do in order to progress your future. So it all lines up. It's just a matter of how would it go. So if I had to go back and talk to myself, I wouldn't tell myself that, hey, at 16 years old, you should probably think about putting some gas in the freaking car before you try to drive across 3 states. It might not work out that well. Just gonna say that. You might want to think about the fact that maybe kicking that door is gonna hurt a lot more than you expected it to hurt. Maybe you should just understand that trying to jerry rig an engine up the way you did it back when you were 19 wasn't gonna work. These are all things I could tell myself. But heck, the journey on those rides was half the fun. So why would I take that away? No. I would tell myself to let go. I would look at myself and tell myself all of these things that I can do. I would tell all of the greatness that is sitting in front of me, the potential that is sitting inside of me. And I believe it's inside of all of you as well. And that is one of the coolest things. So that's why, like, when you talk to people like this, can you honestly talk to people and give them advice and not be talking to yourself? If you just preach, you're not helping. You got to practice what you preach, unfortunately. It's kind of like life. It's kind of there. It's going to make you do it. But I do believe that one day I will be huge, and you will all be huge. I do believe that we will all make a statement, a staple mark somewhere in this life that will be remembered. And the thing is, I don't want to be remembered for all of the bad things that I've ever done. I want to be remembered for who I can be, who I am, who I'm going to be, the things I'm going to do, the things that I have dreams of, these massive communities, these massive panels where I can bring you guys up on stage and show you all the cool stuff that I was able to do just because you guys are worth it, because it was fun, because I enjoyed it, because it's a passion. Like, guys, if you could see the mental picture of what my reality looks like, it's insane. It doesn't look anything like what's on this camera. I look at this camera during editing and go, that's where I live? What am I doing? That's not real. This isn't real. This is a gothic castle to me. I see, when I look around, I've got brick walls. I've got freaking ceiling, like, what is those called? Chandeliers with the candle flames on them. I've got the perfect camera lighting. I've got everything I could possibly want. This big, big wings behind me. Just awesome. Just awesome. This is what I feel like when I record, guys. I'm not even kidding you. I wish I could tell you otherwise. Even when I'm angry, this is still what I see. This is why I don't like games that get me angry, because I don't like being angry. I don't see a point in being angry. Life's too short to live it angry all the time. And yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you you're not gonna get mad. That'd be lying. That straight up would be lying. I got mad 10 minutes before this stream, so I can't even sit here and tell you that. But guys, when I'm sitting here and talking to you, and I'm doing this on camera, and I'm doing all this stuff on the streams, and I'm playing Beat Saber, like in Beat Saber, I edit myself, and all I can do is laugh. Honest to God, because I would not move like that if I didn't have something covering my eyes and could see what I actually look like. Because in my mind, I don't look anything like that. Them hip thrusts from the other day, Mama, I'm telling you, not at all what I thought I was doing, that's for sure. The booty shake, the shake saber, these things just come in, and it's so much fun because what I see is just rocking awesomeness. Just every ounce of everywhere you turn, it's just amazing and fun. And Mama Frim can tell you about that. Like, every one of the Beat Saber streams I've done, I think I've had pretty much fun 90% of the time, unless I was in severe pain or something big was in my peripheral. And the thing is, I'm working on closing those out. It's very much a matter of learning to focus on what you're doing now. And not so much what's going on now. It's what you're working on now. What is your main priority? What is your project? What are you trying to improve on? And that's what you should focus on. Not all of the other stuff. And sometimes that's going to intertwine with what you're working on currently, which is cool. It's okay. Like I said, you're not going to be okay 100% of the time. But as long as you're aware and you can try to interject that thought that just says, hey, stop. Take a second. Breathe. You're okay. It'll work out. You're gonna make this happen. Things like that. And every morning I tell myself, you are great. And no matter what happens, you will be the best at what you do. And that is one thing that I consistently tell myself every single day I wake up. Because I truly believe that I can change the world. I live strongly by this rule. There is always some good in the worst days. I've always found a silver lining in all the situations. That you have. And I can actually sit here and tell you she has. And in fact, I think a lot of what I've managed to learn was partially from you as well. So I appreciate that. A lot of this whole mental changing is just surrounding yourself by the right people, guys. If you're surrounded by negative, angry people, guess what? You're going to be angry, negative people. That's what you attracted. That's what you want to be. I don't want to be that. I don't like that. I've cut people that I cared about, like severely cared about. I've cut them out because they were just too negative. And I couldn't get them to change. And I didn't want to become that. And I felt myself slipping into it. Not going to throw people under a bus. That's not how we work. We don't judge people. A person of significant importance in my life at that time was incredibly negative all the time. And I'm not about to throw anybody under a bus or anything, but it was all the time. And I realized after a couple of years of doing this that all the time became wearing. It became stressful. It became tiring. I'd wake up every morning and go, oh God, another day. I don't ever want to wake up like that. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I wake up in the morning and I go, oh God, coffee. I need coffee. Somebody, just stick me with the IV of coffee, please, dear God. I need caffeine. I can't move. That's part of my morning routine. It also comes with a nice little get away from me. I haven't had coffee yet. It's usually something along these lines. But guys, really, every day I would come home, it would be the same negative situation, just escalated further and further and further and further. And eventually I stopped caring. And that was a terrifying moment for me. That was truly a game-changing moment for me. I have never truly stopped caring. And that is a very, very scary place to be. Because when you stop caring, you are capable of a lot of really bad things. And I'm not even going to sit here and tell you that, yeah, if you stop caring what other people think, that's a different one. If you stop caring in general about how reality is supposed to be, and you make it what you want it, and you make your life what you want it, and you make yourself who you want to be, if you stop caring about what everybody else thinks, you're going to see amazing things happen. But on the flip side of that, if you just stop caring in general about anything, there's going to be some very dark times ahead of you. So let's try to program our minds to stay on the positive. Don't care what society thinks. Don't care about what the person sitting next to you thinks. And you know what? I hate to say it, but sometimes you got to look at it, and you got to look at the people you're doing these things for. And if you can look at them, sometimes you can go one more day. You can go one more mile. You can push that much harder. You can get an extra foot in. Whatever you got to do. And sometimes it's even worse. Sometimes you're in the same boat that I was. When the people that you care about and the people that you're doing it for don't believe in you. They don't think you can do it. They think you're insane. They don't believe in anything you're saying. They don't believe that you can make a difference. That is a very dark place, especially when it's the people that you're doing it for. And this happened to me, and I realized, yes, I'm doing it for these people. And I'm still to this day doing it for some of these people. But at the same time, I don't care. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this at the end of the day because I want to be able to look in the mirror and say that I tried. Because I tried is a heck of a lot better than I quit. I tried means I can go to my grave without a single regret because I gave it everything I freaking had. Every single thing inside of me. I fought day in and day out to make what I wanted a reality. Make my dreams a reality. And you guys can too. And that's a heck of a lot better when I pass away 80 years from now, 60 years from now, whenever my time is to go. When it comes to that, I can stand in front of whatever is on the other side, if there is anything at all. I don't know what your religious beliefs are. I'm not about to push mine on you. That's one thing that I'm about to say. But whenever it's done, whenever this life is all we got, why am I going to let somebody else dictate how I live it? Why am I going to let somebody else tell me what I am and am not capable of? Yes, I care about these people, and I will do it for them any day of the week. I will bend over backwards and give you the shirt off my back, but I am not doing it solely for you. I am doing it because at the end of the day, I refuse to look back and say that I quit. I refuse to look back and say that I gave up. There's no person on the planet that can make you quit. The only person who can ever truly make you quit is you. So when you stop caring about all this other stuff going on, and you stop caring about all that darkness, and you stop caring about all these people who are like, you're never gonna make it, look at that, and you start using that as a fuel to become everything that they say you can't be, to become every single thing that you ever desired in life. One day you're going to be standing there and you're going to be able to look at them and say, I proved you wrong. And that is worth more than any word is ever worth. And I really, truly think that. I think that people not believing in me is a great thing. I hope you guys don't. Not that I'm saying this to be mean. I really, honestly hope to meet people who don't believe in what I do. Because when I make it, and when I make it all work, he's going to look at me and he's going to go, well, dang, you made it. And you were so busy judging me off of what I thought I was going to do that you're probably sitting in the same exact position you were back when I was being judged. So again, think about that. 20 years from now, are you going to be that guy who judged somebody and said they can't make it? Or are you going to be the dude who believed in yourself and said, I can change the world and I will? Guys, that dark place is going to happen. And like I said, that wake-up call came. It really came. It really honestly came hard and strong and fast, and it was scary as crap. And I mean that seriously. It's also part of the reason why I stopped cussing. I try not to cuss even in daily life. On YouTube, I will not let it slip up if I can avoid it. Absolutely not. I will put out videos that say, warning, cussing blah 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 is in this video. And most of the time I won't even cuss in it. But it's just in case something happens. Because I am a swearer. I've been there. I've done it most of my life. It's a habit that I'm working on breaking. But every habit can be changed. Every habit can be remolded. Everything you do can be changed. And it's all down to you. But when it comes right down to it, that dark place was a really ugly, ugly place. And when those people stopped caring and stopped believing in me, and I didn't believe in myself, I didn't even have a reason to get out of bed. And not having a reason to get out of bed was a very, very dark place and a very scary place. And these are places you don't want to be, because if you're not mentally strong enough to hold yourself up, you're not going to listen to those who want to hold you up. So if you're feeling yourself fade, feel free to reach out for help. Somebody's going to grab your hand. Somebody is going to come out and help you. As long as you're willing to accept it and ask for it, somebody will be there. And that's one thing in life I have learned. It doesn't necessarily come exactly how you would expect it, but what you need will always come if you're willing to reach for it. And the thing is, that taught me, coming from that really dark place and changing my mindset and changing who I am to become everything I want to be, that taught me that anything I can dream of, any single thing, let me repeat this so you understand it. Let me repeat it so that way you can feel this in your soul. Any single thing you can dream of, you can do. All you have to do, and it's real simple, is reach out and take it. It's right there. It's right there in your hands. And guys, I want you to truly know that it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard work. It's never easy. But if it was easy, everybody would do it. So keep that in mind and realize all your dreams are right there. And you can take them or you can leave them. That's up to you. But God, I hope you take them. I really do. I hope you guys all take them. I hope every single one of you takes them. Every person who's ever heard this, any person who watches this later, I hope you understand that greatness lives within you. It lives within your soul. It lives and breathes in you. And there is no reason why you should let the whole world ruin that. You're the only one in control of you. So make greatness happen. Because you can. And I believe in you. If nobody else believes in you, I believe in you. And that, I know darn well, goes for Mama Frimp as well. Because she believes in everybody. She believed in me when I didn't believe in me. That was a pretty big statement. My friends here that I've made, they believed in me when I didn't believe in me. But I also wasn't willing to give up. So that was a thing. And now I can honestly say that, yeah, for as much things as I don't have and as much things as I thought I'd have by this point in my life, I can't say I'm unhappy. I cannot honestly say that I don't sit here at the end of the day and go, my life's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about it. I can always improve it. But where I'm at, I'm happy. And that is when you'll start seeing things in a whole new light. So guys, try this for 30 days. This is what I did. And yeah, it's going to aggravate you. It's definitely going to aggravate you, but it'll help you change your mindset if you're in these negative thought processes. Do more than what's expected for 30 days. Don't ask for repayment. Don't complain about it. Don't have a fit about it. Just do a little bit more than what's expected of you every day for 30 days. And if you fail one day, start it over. It's just how it's going to work. I'm on day 30 finally. I finally made it to day 30 without trying to have a fit about it. So I can finally say that, yeah, it worked. And I can tell you, it does work. Because what it does is, for 30 days, if you teach yourself to do just a little bit more, just a little bit more than what you expect, just a little bit further than what somebody thought you were going to go, you'll find that 30 days later, you're miles ahead of the rest. You'll find that 30 days later, all those things that you didn't think you were doing are second nature. You'll find 30 days later that you're a little bit happier. I can guarantee it, because you're pushing yourself, you're doing something, you're becoming who you want to be. It might not seem like that, and trust me, I'm a huge fan of instant results. I love them. I freaking love them. But some results are worth waiting for. The thing is, guys, if you take nothing else from anything I've said tonight, and guys, I know this was an awesome, just supposed to be a fan mail stream, but I went on a tangent, so I apologize. So if you guys take anything else, if nothing else, take away from the day, don't give up. Truly, when it comes to the end, be able to say that you tried everything. And I've heard people say that, and this is, before I go, I want you to understand, when I say you tried everything, I mean like at the end of your lifespan, you no longer are breathing air. You can say you tried everything. Granted, physically that won't be possible, but still, you know what I'm talking about. I've heard people in their 30s, in their 40s tell me, I tried everything. Yeah, you tried everything. Except sticking to it. You tried everything. Including giving up. Don't give up. Quitters, they give up. Winners don't quit. People who truly want everything, no matter what happens. If life knocks you down, we will land on our back, because if we look up, we can get up. And I'm talking to a camera, and I can actually picture multiple people on the other side of this camera, and I really hope you guys are hearing this, and I hope this resonates with you. Do not give up on yourself. Never, ever, ever give up on yourself, because when you think that you've got nothing left, when there's nothing left in your tank, when there's nothing left in the bank, when there's nothing left to push you forward, that's when it's your time to make the best things happen. Because when you can find a way out of nowhere, greatness happens. That's when you start to believe beyond anything that anybody else could believe. When you can find a way when nobody else believes you'll ever find it. That's when you'll notice how great you really are. It's not about the fact that greatness happens overnight. It's not going to just fall in your lap. It's not going to be like an Eminem movie show where 8 hours throughout the show, 2 hours into the movie, he's a famous rapper. It doesn't work like that. He worked years and years and pounded at his craft every day, day in and day out to get that. But he never gave up on himself, even in the movie, which is weird. He should have. They portrayed it that way, but he didn't. He still came back. Granted, it took somebody else to give him that motivation, but really you should be able to find that specific power within yourself, because it wouldn't have taken her if he just believed in himself. And yes, I reference that because I've watched that movie before, and that, unfortunately, most of the other ones are going to be way too old for most people to recognize. But guys, really, when it comes down to it, when you stop believing in yourself, it doesn't matter what you do at that point. You're never going to go any further than where you're at. We get this one life. Take everything from it you can possibly take. Enjoy every moment of it. And never, ever, 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 ever let it win. Because you are in control. And you can do it. Because I believe in you. Now, if you walk away with nothing else from this, like I said, I want you to remember never to give up on yourself. Believe in yourself and constantly work on making you become who you want to be. Because nobody can tell you who you want to be. Nobody knows you well enough to tell you who you want to be. Only you know that. So become it. Let your ideas and your world and the things you see transcend space and time itself. Become everything that you ever want to be. And you'll see, I promise you, try 30 days. 30 days of just going a little extra. It might not be a huge difference, and you've got to sometimes be willing to open your eyes and look at it, but you'll see that things get a little bit lighter. Things get a little bit happier. You make a little more sense of some of the things going on around you. or simply you just have a little bit more confidence. It's up to you. Something's going to happen when you do it. You'll feel a little bit better because you're doing more than what you expected, and then look at you. You can accomplish something a little bit bigger. That's all it basically boils down to. So guys, on that note, thank you guys for joining me for this stream. I apologize for dragging it out so long. Sorry about my speech and the rambling. But I should have probably just named this Greatness as Opening Fan Mail. Alright guys, on that note though, I'm going to get off. I'm going to start getting some stuff done, and I hope to see all of you in your beautiful faces in the next stream. You guys know what to do. If you guys like these episodes, go ahead and smack the crap out of the like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And I will see all of you and your beautiful faces in the next stream. Bye-bye.